What up, y'all? Tina here. House of the Dragon, episode 4. They done took my auntie, y'all. That was my favorite character, okay? Rhaenys ain't do nothing but be a real ass, okay? I'm pretty pissed off about that, but I ain't gonna drag this intro out. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into the recap. All right, so the episode opens up with Daemon in the haunted mansion of Harrenhal, and nothing pleases me more than watching Daemon walk around a haunted house trying to kill ghosts that are already dead. I'm talking about I am tickled. I really enjoy these Harrenhal scenes because Harrenhal is like the Lake Lanier of Westeros. It's all kinds of spirits and demons wrapped up in them walls due to Aegon the Conqueror burning people up in there and all the people who passed away trying to build that dark space. So he runs into young Rhaenyra. Millie Alcock is making another guest appearance. Her ghost said, "Listen, I am what you made me, and you're just mad that my daddy loved me more than you." And then he tried to kill an already dead ghost. Just failed. So he obviously was sleepwalking because he woke up with blood on his hand, likely from handling the sword, but then the blood kind of disappeared. So I think it was more so symbolism, like, hey, you got blood on your hands, bro, from all this stuff. So Lord Strong comes in and was like, hey, yo, you got to get up. Crispy Chicken Cole them. They've been marching about 2 weeks. They've been taking castles left and right. So Daemon gets up and he takes a meeting with Lord Oscar Tully. Now, Lord Grover Tully is old, sick, and dying, so he sent his grandson Oscar to have a meeting with Daemon. Now this poor baby couldn't be no more than 14 years old, and he is damn intimidated by Daemon. But he put his big boy shoes on and he stepped up to Daemon to speak for his house. So little Oscar is like, listen, man, my granddaddy, he down real bad, but he's still here by the grace of God. And Daemon is like, hey, little boy,
his ass right now, Lee. Shoot his ass.
Daemon was like, hey, legit, get rid of that man so you can step up and make some decisions. Little Oscar was like, man, I can't take my damn granddaddy out. That's the guy who raised me. Daemon was like, listen, if you can't make no decisions, you can go ahead and get up out of here. You just wasting my time. What the hell are you doing here? I don't want to hear about your granddaddy on hospice. Go on, little boy. So we jump over to the docks and Rhaenys runs into her stepson, Alyn. And she was like, so you the one that saves my husband's life. She looked that boy dead in his eyes and said, yep. Corlys is y'all father. Y'all look just alike. And baby, when Corlys walked up and they stood side by side to each other, I was like, twinsies. Y'all are twins. I was like, the seed is strong. Word to Sir Harwin. Now, this scene triggered me so bad because Corlys really tried to play in my auntie Rhaenys' face. She was like, so I heard he was the one who saved your life. Why you ain't tell me? He gonna say, I mean, it really ain't that important. Why you coming down here bothering me on my job with this mess?
Who the fuck is you yelling at?
Like, don't get mad at me because I found out about your outside kids since you want to be the drift mark Nick Cannon. Corlys pissed me off so bad. And Rhaenys was like, look, I ain't even come down here to talk about your little mini-me twins. I just happened to run into them. But since you got him working on your ship and stuff, quit hiding him. He saved your life and he deserved to be honored as such. It's not his fault his daddy was an infidel. She was like, anyway, I really came down here to tell you I'm going to Dragonstone because Baela and Jace need my help at the council meeting because Rhaenyra ain't made it back yet. So I'm gone. I'll see you later, Mr. Corlys future Hendrix, spreading your seeds everywhere. Alicent done had the maester whip up some abortion tea because obviously she's pregnant with Crispy Chicken Cole's chicken nugget in her oven. So Alicent is trying to play it off like, thank you. I'm going to pass the tea off to somebody else. And the maester is like, and I know damn well Queen Mother ain't got pregnant on us. He was looking like, child, wait till I tell the maesters at the Citadel. You know he gonna tell them. Them damn maesters at the Citadel know everything. They be writing in them books and shit. Then she gonna ask him like, look, keep it real. You served my husband for a long time. Do you think he wanted Aegon to be his heir? And Grand Maester was like,
you see, that ain't my business, man. That ain't my business, man. I'm gonna keep it gangster.
I'm a black man and my black ass job. I just came here to clock in, clock out. I don't want to answer no questions about no succession. This sounds like a trick question. So, but Sarah ain't told me nothing. All right, I think y'all handling it fine. Y'all doing a good job. And Maester got the hell up out of there. So we jump over to the Black Council, and Sir Alfred, disrespectful little joker, my niece Baela was trying to tell them where Cole was marching, and he was like, well, you should have just burnt them. And Baela said, how about you get on your dragon and you go burn them? Oop, I forgot, you ain't got one.
Period.
He was like, listen, we ain't got no leader here. Daemon ain't responding. We out here lost in the sauce. And Rhaenys was like, chill. I'm trying to handle this situation as best as I can. And then he gonna stand up and raise his voice like, Rhaenys, why we gotta listen to you? And then her man.
And my man, thank you to my man.
Corlys shows up and was like, I know y'all ain't in here acting crazy like y'all ain't got no sense. Now, Corlys, you back on my good side with that one, because even though y'all marriage is rocky and you are in the hot seat right now with your wife, you still made your way down here to stand by her side. See, that's why I like you, Unc. You back on my good side. So we jump over to Cristan Cole, and he's over with House Darklyn. Am I saying that right? If I ain't saying it right, y'all don't get in the comments like you saying it wrong. Now, I ain't even gonna flex. Cristan Cole him is loading up with soldiers. So he told him like, hey, y'all need to bend the knee and rock with us against the horror of Dragonstone. And I was like, excuse me? Why she gotta be the horror of Dragonstone? I hope somebody cut Cristan Cole's tongue out. He used to be an honorable man, and now he just a mixture of Kevin Samuels and Andrew Tate. He just all over the place. So Lord Darklyn, he wasn't having that shit. He read him to the filth. He was like, you a traitor, you a kingmaker, you ain't got no honor. He was like,
I tell your mama you ain't shit.
And then Cristan Cole was like,
Now I got to cut you.
And then he took the Lord's head, and them soldiers was like, Lord, let me go ahead and bend the knee, because these jokers is crazy. They cutting heads off. So Cole gets a raven and was like, all right, y'all, we heading northeast. And Sir Gawain Hightower, Alicent's brother, was like, listen, I know you come from poor. He told that man, I know you come from poor. I know you're not used to these fine travels around here, but you're going in the wrong direction. He was like, Harrenhal is west. Cole was like, yeah, Harrenhal is west, but we gonna go northeast. So we jump over to the Green Council, and Aegon was like, Sir Larys, Harrenhal is literally your castle. How the hell did Daemon take it? Now Larys Littlefoot was like, listen, that castle gonna drive Daemon crazy. He won't last long. We ain't worry about all that over there. So Aemon jumps up and like, listen, Cole is going to Rook's Rest. We ain't worried about Harrenhal at the moment anymore. We gonna take Rook's Rest to draw Rhaenyra out. Aegon was like, no. Go to Harrenhal. Aemon is like, bro, Cole is on the way to Rook's Rest right now. He already done sent a raven. That's where we going. So y'all got to peep this. Aemon and Cole already been conspiring behind Aegon's back, because if we go back to the previous scene, you see that Cole was the one that actually received the raven. He didn't send one to Aemon. So everybody in the council is looking at Aemon like, damn, when did this decision take place? When did y'all decide to send Cole to Rook's Rest? So Aegon gets pissed off, and he was like, who told y'all to make this decision without me? And then Aemon hit him with that high Valyrian. He was like, listen, little boy, you be out partying and drinking, and I was in here handling business. Now I'm going to spare you and not embarrass you in front of your council. So we going to speak in our native tongue. But yeah, I've been making moves without you. Now what? What you going to do? If you got a better idea, voice it. Now Aegon tried to speak that language, and all I'm going to say is he need to stay out in them streets and get in them books, word to Twitter. He need to get on Google Translate or Babbel or Duolingo or something. He couldn't get that shit out at all. Aemon was looking at him like, you just made that up. Aemon was like, look, bruh, we going to Rook's Rest, point blank, period, the end. So we jump over to Alicent, old Planned Parenthood looking self, heating them stones up to put on her belly, because that abortion tea is like tearing her ass up. It's like, that belly is going through it. Now look at you, cramping the hell up. Ain't no way I would let anybody come in my room and bother me. Even if she wasn't pregnant, don't come in my room bothering me while I'm cramping, Lord Littlefoot. He would have had to see me another day, bitch, because I'm sick. So he come in limping, being nosy like always. He was like, hey, sis, I didn't see you at the meeting. She gonna say her stomach was hurt from pie, while her slow self done left the damn abortion plan B tea sitting right on the table, and he looking like, you been on that tea, sis. Don't try to play with me. He was like, girl, they was in the meeting fighting about Harrenhal, but Aemon is right. Rhaenyra is all spread out. She got Corlys at the sea. She at Dragonstone. Daemon at Harrenhal. They all over the place. Cristan Cole is focused. He's taking castles one by one. He was like, are you a little bit worried about your sworn sword? She gonna try to play it off like, he the hand of the king. Of course we worry. We gonna want everybody to come back safely. Lord Littlefoot was like, I see you been reading these books, trying to up your Targaryen knowledge. And she was like, yeah, I've just been looking for some wisdom, that's all. He was like, you've been a little different here lately, child. He knows she pregnant. He like, you've been acting a little funny here lately. She was like, listen, Littlefoot, My husband passed away. Then my grandchild passed away. I'm tired, okay? Leave me alone, okay? Yeah, I've been a little different. Yeah, I've been a little off my game. I got a lot going on. So we jump back over to ghostly ghoul Harrenhal, and Daemon's paranoia is on his head again, bruh. I swear, I love the Harrenhal scenes. So he jumps up out of bed and he sees a hallucination of himself in the vein of Aemon, and then he runs into Alice Rivers. He was like, yo, are you some kind of maester or witch or what the hell going on? She was like, listen, I do a little this, I do a little that. She was like, I bet your ass ain't been sleeping in that room around all them weirwood trees. Daemon was looking confused. She was like, just chill. I made you a little hot toddy. I know you ain't been sleeping well. This gonna help you get a good night's rest. Baby, Daemon took a sip of that and woke up in a whole damn new day. He was toe down. Baby, he had some good old Percocet juice. That boy woke up fully dressed in the middle of a council meeting. He slept so good, he ain't know he was asleep. Hey, yo, I need some of that concoction, Alice. I have terrible insomnia, boy. That thing laid him out. Not only did the tea lay him out, it laid him out, woke him up, and dressed him. Daemon was all thrown off. So he wakes up and sees Sir Willem Bracken. Now, little Willem done grew up. He done grew into a little beard gang. The last time we saw him, he was clean-shaven and getting a body in the name of Rhaenyra. She should have brought him back to Dragonstone with her. He was a rider. He was like, hey, Daemon, I'm here because y'all said y'all needed an army. Then Daemon sees a ghost of his ex-wife, Lena. Baby, that castle is putting the woo on Daemon ass. I love it. Ooh, them ghosts is getting it. Willem was like, hey, bruh. Hey, snap out of it. We ready for war. Y'all down? So we go back to the Green Council, and they're bragging about Cristan Cole taking castles left and right, and he's earned the name of Kingmaker. And Aegon just gets mad and walks out and was like, hey, this is boring. So he goes into his room, and he finds his mom, like, looking through his books and stuff. He was like, man, I don't know what you looking for. I done got rid of all them books. She was like, you're so dumb. Like, you do stupid stuff. He was like, I ain't burned them. I just removed them out. They ain't in here. He was like, man, don't nobody at that council listen to me at all. Alicent was like, why should they listen? You don't study. You don't listen to anybody. He was like, hey, watch your mouth. And she was like, or what? What you gonna do? She was like, listen, little boy, we put your ass on that throne, so you gonna respect me. He was like, well, damn, Mom, what you want me to do? She was like, exactly what you been doing. Nothing. Not a damn thing. I was like, ooh. Alley cat, that baby got you talking spicy, sis. You wearing the kids out. So Cristan Cole was like, hey, yo, y'all get up. We getting ready for war. And Gawain Hightower was like, man, I know damn well we ain't about to strike them in broad daylight. Cole was like, yes, sir. Let's go. Now we jump back over to Dragonstone, and Rhaenyra has finally shown up, and they're filling her in with Cole's movements. Corlys was like, look, Lord Darklyn done lost his head for keeping his oath. Jace was like, and speaking of all that, girl, where you been for the past 2 days? Like, you just disappeared. She was like, listen, I went to King's Landing to try to squash the beef. I needed to get some answers, and now I got them. They was like, listen, Rhaenyra, they headed towards Rook's Rest because Lord Stanton is a part of this council. We got to send a dragon to help him out. Rhaenyra was like, okay. I'll go. That was like, girl, you can't go. You the queen. Jace was like, just let me go. Rhaenyra was like, nope. Listen, you ain't got no fighting experience. You not going. Rhaenys was like, damn. Rhaenys was like, listen, I'll go, girl. I'm battle ready. I got the biggest dragon. This gonna be light work. I'll go handle it. It's cool. It ain't nothing but a little army. I'll just go light them up and be done. Now, back at King's Landing, Aegon is drunk as a skunk. When I tell you he is toe down and depressed because his mama told him he ain't nothing. And then he hears everybody bragging about Cole. So he gets up, mounts his dragon Sunflower. I ain't even gonna flex. This moment was a little cool. This was cute. Now this is a little cute. So he pretty much letting Sunfire know, like, hey, we finna go help them boys out. Then to kind of mirror his actions, we jump back to Dragonstone and we see Rhaenys and Meleys gearing up for war as well. And she was like, all right, old girl, we finna go knock out another battle. Now, in the midst of all this going on, Rhaenyra is telling Jace the story of Aegon the Conqueror's dream, A Song of Ice and Fire, which is very important on why she's been so hesitant to go to war. Y'all should check out my video on that. So Meleys rides out and Aegon ass is drinking and driving. He got poor Sunfire on a tilt, boy. They were leaning. So we get to Rook's Rest and Team Black, they taking them soldiers out left and right because they sitting up high. So they able to shoot them arrows down and they taking them out. Boom, 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 boom. Then they hear the dragon coming. So everybody screams like, oh, here come the dragon. So they did that on purpose because they knew that Rhaenyra was going to send a dragon. So when everybody is screaming dragon, that's kind of sending the signal back to Aemon and Vhagar. So my auntie is burning everything up. Word to Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Then we catch a glimpse of Vhagar chilling in the tug. And then we see Sunfire come through. And Aemon is like, I know damn well Aegon ain't got his drunk ass. He was like, man, I'm going to just sit here and scope both of these jokers out and see what happens. So Gwaine was like, Cole, this your plan to send the king, my nephew, to war? What type of shit is this? Cole was like, man, that's wasn't a plan. So Aegon then says Jacaerys, and he blows some fire on Meleys. But you got to remember, Meleys is old. So that fire, it ain't really harming her like that because her scales are so thick. So instead of Rhaenys and Meleys shooting fire, she literally just starts whipping Sunfire ass like straight up UFC fights in the air, boy. By then, Aemon is like, all right, Vhagar, get up. Now, Vhagar's so old and slow, it take her a minute to get going. So Aegon sees his brother coming and was like, all right, bet, I got some help. And then Aemon, old Ruthless ass, lit his damn brother on fire. I'm talking about took Sunfire straight to the ground. I was like, man, what the hell going on? This boy is really trying to be a kinslayer. I'm telling y'all, Aemon swear he Omar. He swear he Omar from The Wire. So Rhaenys kind of got up out of there. She kind of cleared herself out, and then she buckles herself in, and she was like, all right, Meleys, let's go whoop Vhagar ass. We finna go get her big self. So Meleys is so small, she's able to move a lot quicker than Vhagar, so she's able to get right underneath her and just claw Vhagar all the way out. It was enough to injure her and cause her to fall, while the whole time Aemon was just blowing fire everywhere trying to burn Rhaenys and Meleys, but it wasn't really working. This pretty much shows the difference in their fighting styles. Like the boys, they just fire, burn, burn. And Rhaenys is like, baby, me and Meleys got them hands. So Rhaenys takes another look at Meleys, and Meleys is like, girl, are we finna go home or we going back to fight? Rhaenys was like, damn, we got to go back and seal the deal because the last time they was wearing me out for not killing them. So we can't run this time. She's like, if I run, people gonna call me a deserter. So let's just go back and finish the job. Now, I saw a lot of people saying like, damn, like Rhaenys had 2 times to run. She should have just ran. But it would look real crazy if Rhaenys ran away on the dragon while you got soldiers down there on the ground holding it down and not running, trying to protect Team Black. So, man, she a warrior. She had to go back in and try to finish the job off. She couldn't just leave them people hanging down there because if she runs, that kind of sends the signal to Team Rhaenyra that when shit get tough, just run. And you don't want to have that mindset with soldiers or with the dragons. So even though in my heart, I was like, Rhaenys, just go home. I understood. She was like, nah, I got to go finish this job. So she hits the U-turn and goes back, and Vhagar big ass just sneak attacks Meleys, breaks her neck. And Rhaenys was like, damn, man, this is it. And she went out with a real dragon rider's death, and they crashed. Oh, I was hurt. And not only do they crash, bitch, they land on Lord Stanton's castle and probably kills an extra 100 or so of his people. Y'all, I cried. I was so hurt. Rhaenys was my favorite character. I was sitting in my house just like this.
You are done out here. They gonna get you. They gonna get you next. They gonna tear her down.
So Aemon flies off looking like the baddest bitch of Westeros with the craziest silk press still firm and intact. I was like, ooh. I hate an old messy butch queen. So Cristan Cole wakes up. He done missed half the fight after being knocked out. And he finds Aemon about to go cut his brother up. Listen, y'all. Aemon is a whole psychopath. I couldn't go to war with somebody like him on my team. He about like Larry Strong. That joker is willing to kill his own brother. Now, don't get me wrong. Aegon did used to pick on him. Aegon did used to embarrass him. But you finna kill him? Take him out? Aemon was like, hey, that boy ain't worthy to be no king. He was finna take that boy head. Aemon was like, man, he ain't fit to be no king. He ain't no soldier. He ain't no scholar.
Some of them going to sleep. Fuck that!
Put him to sleep. So Cristan Cole looks up and sees Aegon burnt to a crisp. I'm talking about Cajun style. Tow the hell up. And he's still alive. And Sunfire is badly wounded. And Cole has this look on his face like Jaime did when he had to take his dead daughter back to Cersei. Cole is like, oh my God. Yo, I ain't even gonna flex. This was hands down the best episode of the series. I know some people, they don't like all the politicking and all the Harrenhal stuff, but I'm so surprised because that is like the core of Game of Thrones, like talking. This is literally a drama show. It's not action. So I don't understand how some people are just lost that every episode ain't gonna be no battle. There was some episodes on Game of Thrones where Jon Snow and that wildling was just sitting out in the snow talking for 30 minutes. So I'm confused on people saying House of the Dragon moving slow, but y'all watch Game of Thrones and they used to have episodes with nothing but just Arya trying to figure them damn faces out, boy. So I'm confused. I like House of the Dragon. But yo, let's pour one out for my auntie Rhaenys, the Red Queen, the one true heir. Life would have been different if she was queen and they just allowed Viserys to go on and be an engineer. But here we are, death and destruction because misogyny just takes over. But hey, yo, man, thanks for hanging out with me. Leave your comments below. Tell me what your favorite part of this episode was. And y'all, pour one out for auntie Rhaenys, man. She was the realest. She was my favorite character. Now I just got to root for my nieces, Baela and Rhaenyra. Thanks for hanging out with me. Peace.